Welcome to the White Sage Code, everyone. We're back with another video, and in today's clip I want to show you what's in my jewelry box. Hopefully you've noticed that I'm neither a girl nor a woman. However, I do think that every man should have key pieces of jewelry within his closet. It not only upgrades your style, but whenever you put on your favorite outfit, adding that piece of extra jewelry is just like the icing on the cake. In a past video, I stated that I didn't want this to be a luxury channel where I promoted ridiculously expensive items that the general public couldn't attain. What I am promoting is that you go out and get specific pieces of jewelry that falls within your budget and matches your style. While there may be some people out there accuse me of promoting vanity, that's not my intention. Unfortunately, we do live in a world where people make split-second judgments, and one of the factors that they judge you on is the way that you look and dress. So instead of allowing people to make false accusations about you based on what you wear, what you can do is to level up your attire so that you can better dictate their perceptions about you and display the best of yourself. And one of the ways to do that is with jewelry. Not only will you look better, but you'll feel more confident, and as you get into your professional career, it'll help open up doors. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to be sharing with you what's in my jewelry box. I'll be giving you a bit of a backstory on each piece and show you how you can wear specific jewelry in certain situations. So without further ado, let's get into my jewelry box. So here is my jewelry box, and to begin with every video, any brands mentioned in today's clip did not sponsor this, and all of these are just my personal items. So why would you want a jewelry box? Well, basically two reasons. The first is for organization, and the second is for aesthetics. It definitely looks a lot more pleasing when you place it in a box like this. I purchased this box a few years ago, and if I recall, it was roughly between $30 to $35. You can find these all over Amazon, and they have different variations, anywhere from just holding completely watches or sunglasses. However, I decided to get a hybrid because obviously I don't have that many watches or sunglasses to hold. So we'll start off with the sunglasses section, then move on to the watches, and then underneath here is where you have a drawer where you can actually store your rings, necklaces, and bracelets. So we begin with the first pair of sunglasses, which I would consider my go-to sunglasses. One of the reasons I wear these on a daily basis is just because they're so versatile. What makes them versatile is the color of the frames, which I find matches most outfits that I wear, or if you decide to get something similar that you wear. Whether you are wearing something that is formal or casual, you don't have to think too much about pairing these sunglasses with the color of your clothing. Secondly is the shape of the frames. Again, I think they're suitable for most different face types, whether you have a round or square shaped face. Although you probably can't see it because of the focusing of the camera, one of the good things about these sunglasses is that they have a metal insignia of the brand name of these glasses, and if I didn't mention it before, these are Calvin Klein's. We move on to these next sunglasses, which are Porsche design, and although I've had them for 3 years now, I've only worn them twice. The reason for being is I just find they are a bit too flashy for me. They're definitely not as versatile as the Calvin Klein. And what situation would I wear these in? Well, I think that for one thing, you definitely have to be dressed up if you are going to put these on. They would not go well, I feel, with formal wear or casual wear. And it would also have to be a pretty sunny day. As far as the looks of these sunglasses, they're pretty nice and they're pretty well built. They also have the Porsche insignia here and the Porsche wording here as well. No sunglass collection would be complete without sports sunglasses, and I have two here. The one on my left is by a company called 7i, and these are dedicated motorcycle driving glasses. They did come with an insert in which you can put on the inside of the sunglasses, which help protect your eyes from any dust or debris flying. However, I decide not to use them because they do decrease your peripheral view by 15%. It's a noticeable difference, and I would rather focus on the side of safety when driving a motorcycle. One of the cool things about these lenses is that they are photochromic, meaning that depending on the brightness of the sun or the brightness of any lights, they do darken or lighten. Secondly, we have Oakley's. Now, you all know Oakley's, they're a famous brand, and I would wear these to the beach or with super casual clothing, and also on a super sunny day. These lenses are really dark and help block out the light. I find if it's not sunny, then you're just inhibiting your view if you decide to wear these on a cloudy day. My last two sunglasses are a bit special because I got them in unique situations. Of course, everyone needs a style of aviator sunglasses, and I purchased these in a Vietnamese market. I'll let you guys deduce what that means. I wear these sometimes. Again, you can wear these with casual or smart casual. I wouldn't recommend wearing these sunglasses with anything formal, as they may be a bit too outlandish. I generally use them when I drive a motorbike because they have a wide range of coverage for your eye, so that helps block out any dust or debris. The last pair of sunglasses, I got these for free, and I got these at a university fair. The representative was basically just giving them out, and I find that these sunglasses are like the Calvin Klein. They're versatile, they do have a good shape, and they do go with most of the clothing I have. We now talk about my watches, where they have more of an interesting story behind them. And beginning with this watch, which is a Tommy Hilfiger and the oldest watch I have. This was actually given to me by a friend. This friend would visit the casino frequently, and if you know anything about casinos, if you become a regular customer, you will eventually get perks, and this was one of the perks that he got. And he decided to give it to me because we also work together and I help benefit his business. When I wore this, when it was working, I wore this basically for work. I find that you can wear this watch in any situation because of its classic design and its minimalist features. One of the great things I like about this watch, hopefully if I can get it into the light properly, but if you can't see that, the Roman numerals and the hand of the watch is like a metallic blue, so it does make visibility at night a lot easier. The next two watches are related to work. So this watch is pretty special to me as well. It's a Tissot, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I would consider this watch a bit more elegant, and of course it would be better suited with formal wear, but of course you could wear it in casual settings as well. This was given to me after 5 years of service at a company I worked for, so I really thanked them for that, and it really definitely showed their appreciation for what I did at their workplace. Out of all my watches, I would say this one is the most special and has the most sentimental value. Basically, I taught these group of students for 7 years, from grade 2 all the way to grade 9. It was really rewarding watching them grow up and seeing them develop academically. Basically, after 7 years, I decided to move on because I felt that they needed something different and I needed something different as well. And to celebrate my time with them, the parents took me out to a fancy dinner, and at the end of that meal, they presented me with this watch. So I'm definitely thankful for them, not only for the watch, but that they appreciated the service that I provided for them. In terms of how I would wear this watch again would definitely go with a variety of clothing, anywhere from super casual to super formal, I would say. Well, maybe not super formal, but formal. One thing I think, if you decide to purchase a watch like this, do be mindful. It is a bit thick, so you would need thicker wrists and a bigger hand, as it is pretty rugged. But overall, I do like the look of this watch, and it is an automatic watch as well. So the last three watches have the funniest story behind them, as I ordered them when I was in Vietnam. Some of you may know the brands of these watches because they were heavily advertised by certain YouTubers, and after looking into these watches, I felt, yeah, I should get these watches because number one, I like them, and they seem of decent quality. Going on with the story, basically when I ordered them while I was in Vietnam, on the website it said free shipping. So I was really excited about the free shipping. Basically, I just pay for the watch and have them sent overseas. Unfortunately, when they reached Vietnam, I got a call from customs, and what they told me is that I had to pay a 40% tax on all of these watches. So in the end, I paid 1.5 times more than I should have, but hey, you live, you learn, and I think if you are deciding to import anything into a country, if you can, have someone from your home country send it to you privately. So this one is what I would consider super casual watch. It's from the company called The Fifth. You guys can look them up on Google, and for me, this watch was just a unique color. It's nothing really special. It's not of super amazing quality or has an automatic movement, but I really do like the look of this watch and have received many compliments on it. One of the things about this watch is that because the hands of the watch are white and the face is white, at night it is a little difficult to tell the time. This black watch I would consider my formal watch. Again, very simple design, black with your gold trimming. I would generally wear this if I was wearing a suit or anything similar to that. Another thing that makes it formal is because of the thinness of the watch, and it comes with a black and brown band. The last watch, again, this is also an automatic watch, and it's from a company called Brathwaite. Yes, Brathwaite. I think a lot of companies have this style of watch, but I really like the look of it, and again, it's just a minimalist design. One of the things that attracted me to this watch was the band of the watch. As you guys can see, I don't have another watch with this type of band. And we finally move on to where I stash the treasure. Of course, looking at the drawer over here, it has different compartments for you to store different types of jewelry. So let's begin with the most simplest of things. This and this are basically belt buckles. This is a Ferragamo belt buckle, but unfortunately the leather strap got damaged, so I'm not really using that too much anymore. And this is a Calvin Klein belt buckle. Here I have a necklace. Again, I purchased this in Vietnam. I really like the shape of it, and I find this would go best with either a crew neck or a V-neck t-shirt. I generally would not wear this to work as it's a bit too thick and doesn't really look too professional. One of the necklaces I would wear to work, it would be this gold necklace. It's a rope style necklace. It's thin and short, and when it shines, when it catches the light in the right way, it gives a nice sparkle. Moving on to bracelet. This bracelet is your standard, typical, classical bracelet. I've seen so many people wear this type, and the name of it is basically a chain link bracelet. It took me a long time to decide to buy this, just because I didn't want to have the same thing as other people. However, over time it has grown on me, and it's a pretty useful bracelet because you can wear this in all types of situations. I think also if you are starting out on getting jewelry, this bracelet would be a good place to start, only because it looks good with all of your clothing, and it's not too expensive. This bracelet was the last thing that I purchased, and of course I also got this in Vietnam. It provides a really oriental vibe with the dragon heads at the ends of the bracelet. I would definitely not wear this to work just because it's so thick. It's more suitable for something with a t-shirt, because obviously if you are going to purchase something this thick, you're going to want to, display it to others. We finally moved to the rings, and let's just begin with this top row. If you've ever been to Asia, you'll see Asian men wear these oversized rings that, in my personal taste, I think is overkill. When I first looked at this ring, I thought it was a little bit too big for me too, but it just fits right and looks right. It is a design of a lion, and this ring definitely enhances my outfit. Of course, I would be pairing it with the gold necklace. Here is another dragon ring, but in silver. Again, this ring definitely wasn't expensive at all. One of the cool things about this ring is that you can actually resize it on the fly. So here you see a gap, and just because it is almost pure silver, you can definitely widen it or push it back together depending on your finger size. Of course, you're probably guessing that I would definitely match this with the dragon bracelet or wear it as a standalone. The next two rings I actually purchased in Thailand. This ring with black stone, I just find it's really unique, and it's something I want to add to my collection. Really definitely goes well with dark clothing or a black suit if you are planning on wearing something like that. This ring as well, which is silver with sapphire stones. I purchased this in Bangkok, and the jewelry shop was basically set up like a museum where you can go and view jewelry in casings and then decide to purchase them. For a silver ring, just because of where I purchased it, I think I probably overpaid for this, and unfortunately one of the stones did fall out. I did have it replaced, however it's not the same shade as the other stones. I did end up taking this back to the shop in Thailand, but they couldn't replace it. The next two rings I would consider as fashion rings, and this ring I purchased at a shopping mall at one of those jewelry stands. Overall, I really like the design, and again, it's just something unique to add in my collection. I think you could wear this in almost any situation. It is a bit big depending on your finger size, but overall I think it's a nice and different look. Sometimes whenever you go to a shop, something just stands out amongst all the other items you're looking at, and you just decide that you actually have to get it. So this is what this ring did for me, and I got this ring at it's basically a mom and pop's jewelry store. They noted that all their silver came from Bangkok, so who knows, this also might be from Thailand. Now this ring is definitely different from all the other rings I have. It's not silver, it's not gold, but it is tungsten. One of the good things about tungsten is that not only is it inexpensive, but it just always looks new. And this is because of the hardness of tungsten. It doesn't scratch easily, so whenever I wear this, I do not have to worry about nicking it or bumping it into other surfaces and damaging my ring. Again, this ring could be worn in any setting. Lastly, the final ring. I made a mistake actually. Now that I remember, the dragon bracelet was not the last thing I purchased, but it was this ring. Again, it's just a different look and gives off a really Asian vibe because of I believe it's Chinese writing there. One of the good things about this ring is that again, it has a unique look. However, I do have to be careful because it is pretty thin, and because it is almost pure silver, it is pretty malleable, so it can be easily bent. That concludes my video for today, guys. I hope I gave you some ideas on deciding what your next jewelry purchase will be. If you're just starting to get into jewelry, just remember that you don't need to purchase anything extravagant or expensive. Just make sure that it isn't fake and that you're fully comfortable with wearing it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, or subscribe. And until next time, take care.